I'd like to acknowledge the Wurundjeri people, traditional custodians of the land on which we stand here today, and pay my respects to the elders past, present and future. We're about to take you on a virtual tour of our Hütt 01 passive house, and to get started, we've got Peter Madison here from Grand Designs Australia.
Most properties in Melbourne that back onto laneways are like this: defensive, unloved and boarded up, but not Markham Felicities. They've taken a different approach. Their property has beautiful detail, brickwork that's lovingly laid, and even a window made by their daughter Annalena. And when it opens up, well, another world appears. It opens, revealing their secret garden, enabling all and sundry to enjoy. And it's even at kiddie level.
Thanks, Peter. Yes, we do love our secret little garden, and particularly the kids. They enjoy hanging out with the fishies at the pond. The aquaponics system has the pond water pumped through our kitchen garden on the wall, and that provides nutrients for the plants, which then provide nutrients for the fish. So it's a great circle. The house we've designed ourselves. We're architects and built it as owner-builders on a challenging site next to a train line. And if you're interested, you should watch our journey to creating the house on Grand Designs Australia. The house is designed as an all-electric passive house, currently undergoing certification. And there are 5 principles in a passive house. 1. High levels of continuous insulation. Basically, you're building an esky. Then the best windows you can get, ideally certified passive house. A heat recovery system ensures constant supply of fresh filtered air at inside temperatures, and for that to work, the building needs to be airtight. An average new home has a level of around 18. We've measured around 0.4 here. Finally, thermal bridge-free construction. And with those 5 principles, that makes it work bloody well. We haven't had the heater on a single time this first winter. So I want to show you one of my favorite things in the house, which is the heat recovery ventilation system here. People make up the heart of a house, but this is really the lungs and the brains of a house. So what happens is it brings in fresh air from the outside, takes out the stale air from the inside, and they cross paths in this heat exchange unit. By doing that, keep the energy or use the energy that you already have, rather than having to burn something and create new energy to keep your house warm and cold. I love it. What I love about these big sliding doors is that we can really bring the outside in and connect the spaces with each other. But at the same time, we're not losing out on energy efficiency because they're triple glazed, 3 layers of glass, and they're lift and slide, so they got all the seals to actually set the door into the frame and give us the airtightness that we want, plus the acoustic protection from the train. So I think they're fantastic.
So one of the favorite spots in my house after a long day at work is this net seat. And it's just a lovely space to hang out and read a book. And we have a number of nets in the space. We all love them. Everyone has their own little net in the garden or in the house. It opens up the space. At the same time, it's like a balustrade, so it keeps you safe. But it's also a really nice space to just hang out and relax.
I wonder what Peter Madison's favourite things in the house are, and what he thinks about passive house and how it all comes together.
To get a building permit in any town, any city in Australia, you have to perform to a certain environmental level. It's part of the building permit process. But passive houses like this one take sustainability to a whole new level through a raft of different elements and applications, including rainwater harvesting and solar collection and storage, etc. But let's start at the core of this issue, which is CLT, or cross-laminated timber. CLT forms the absolute heart of this house. Here we have a floor plate with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers of CLT, and each element is at 90 degrees to one another, and that makes incredibly strong building elements to form floors, walls and stairs. One of the best things about CLT is the wood itself contains half its weight in carbon, locked up for its life. Also, it takes no energy to produce. It grows naturally, as opposed to steel or cement or glass. So we have here a material that's sustainable to make, easy to erect, and forms a beautiful finish that talks to you in a biophilic way. That is, we have emotion as humans that react to this wonderful material. It's pretty good stuff. Windows and doors are usually the weakest link in making a house perform well, but not here at this passive house. A lot of thought's gone into it. We have in this house a window and door system that comprises triple glazing, so that almost no heat is transferred from the outside to the inside environment. We have doors that are like a piece of Swiss engineering. Triple seals to stop any infiltration. A door locking system that starts at the foot of the door and runs right to its head. So when it closes, it is like a bank vault. In addition, these doors also act as windows. So a twist of the handle and the door becomes a hopper window, allowing all the hot air that may be in this room to escape naturally. What a great system. Let's talk about insulation, because it has such a big part to play in making a building perform well. And on this passive house, the outside skin is just so important. So the system comprises cross-laminated timber building core, structural core, then building paper adhered to that CLT to stop any air infiltration. Then 140 millimetres of wood pulp, which really does a lot of the hard lifting. Another layer of building paper, and on top of that, some timber battens and metal skin. What a system. It works so well, and it makes passive house a great way to go.
As architects, we always take the location into account and make sure we use passive solar design principles even before going towards passive house. Window shrouds and concealed facade blinds or shutters mean that both active and passive shading systems can help to keep the house cool in summer, and that's how we usually approach all our design work, to get the best out of both worlds. We've designed the house as a high-end family home, even though it has an internal footprint of only 78 square meters. Now, to offset that small footprint, we've utilized height and volume, so the custom spaces still feel generous. For us, it was really about the perfect balance between lifestyle and doing the right thing for the planet. Luxurious living paired with net zero housing, and we've worked with healthy and sustainable materials where possible. That includes a lot of natural timber in various forms, E0 boards, low VOC finishes, biophilic design and indoor plants, but also an amazing low-carbon concrete called Invisia that can deliver thermal mass at 70% cement replacement. It's a 4-bedroom passive house on under 200 square meters that feels luxurious and that has so much to offer. Lifestyle spaces, playful spaces, luxe spaces, relaxation, a sculpted roof garden, and family fun. We certainly love it. But what about Peter?
This is the joy of doing your own house. You have spaces that are unique. And this is so cool. I mean, bring on the fondue, you know?
That would be so good now.
This space is both retro and contemporary at the same time. From the party pit to the dining room, the earthy colours and natural materials give it a cosy, relaxed vibe.
Well, thanks for joining us today, and if you're interested, make sure to watch that Grand Designs episode on Foxtel. That way you can follow our whole journey. Any questions, of course, or if you'd like to find out more, please feel free to get in touch. Our emails are up on the screen there. Thanks again, and enjoy the rest of your day.